If you are dealing with a scenario or a feeling that you do not like, this is how you get rid of it easy and fast, and how you can make that entire situation go away. You are a conscious co-creator of your reality. And there's many things that are said, like 90% of life is what how you not what happens to you, but how you interpret it, or something. There's something like that going on. And the reason being is because we are conscious co-creators. Your experience, your thoughts will create a big portion of what your experience is, right? Now, let's take this a step further. Life is not trying to beat you up. It's not trying to beat you down. It is trying to teach you lessons. That's one of the main purposes of us being here on this planet, is to learn and to grow. So if you are supposed to learn poverty and you are not paying attention, you are going to get poorer and poorer and poorer until you learn what that is, right? Now, beautiful thing about the human mind is we have the prefrontal cortex, so we can imagine things that have not occurred or will not occur, and we can imagine what that feels like. We can imagine what lessons we learn. We can really imagine an alternate reality and gain value and knowledge from that's how that probably would go down, right? So take poverty for example, because I did poverty and it went away. So take poverty for example and think about what it would be like, what your experience has been like being broke. Okay, and times that you were broke. There was one time I went to Burger King and I couldn't afford much, and so I looked at the dollar menu, not to see what I wanted, but to see what the biggest thing was, right? And scenarios like that where I was really, really, really struggling. And I felt into that. I felt everything about that. And then I thought about my situation where I was then. And then I thought, what happens if this got worse? And I made it 100 times worse. I was like, okay, I'm on the streets, I'm freezing, I have no food, and I am passing from hunger and thirst and famine, and I'm just not doing well. And I imagine what that whole scenario would be like. And I explored those emotions to filth, like explored them fully and learned everything I could from that. The very next day, I got a call that I got a job I was working, trying to get, that was completely life-changing and changed the course of my entire trajectory. The very next day. Like this, there's no accident here, okay? So take these words very, very, very seriously. If you don't like something that's happening in your life, feel into it, make it bigger, learn everything you can about it, and it will go away. Life's not trying to beat you up. It just wants you to learn. And if you can go and take the test, you can test out of the class without having to actually live it. So highly recommend this. It's painful at first, but completely worth it. This is Jacob Sasko with your Daily Spiritual Wisdom. Warm blessings, and I hope to see you tomorrow.